How you doing, folks? Welcome to King's Eyes channel. Welcome to another video. So today I have a message for all of you guys tuning in. The first of two messages is that you alone. As a man, you're alone, bro. And, to go from smallest to largest, you start off with the white guys. More and more of them are starting to be brought up in single parent households without that masculine energy to reinforce or to push them forward, right? To instill discipline, right? So more of them are going unruly. They're growing up unbalanced. They're growing up not knowing how to compete in this world. Because don't get it twisted, all of us compete. Men, the burden of competition is on us, period. Women don't have to compete at life for shit, like except for men. They compete for men. That's it. Men have to compete not only with other men, but you have to compete with society at large, and you have to compete with nature, right? Nature in general. And white guys are starting to feel the brunt of this now more and more out here in the West too. Now moving on to my people who I'm going to focus on, black men. I am one that feels that maybe we aren't as overtly oppressed now as we were in the past. Like back, from the end of slavery to civil rights, man, those black men had it tough. Like they had it tough, and they were more isolated than we were. They couldn't talk at all about their problems. They had to suck it up. They had to slave away, and don't let them not have a skill. Don't let them not have a skill to bring in sufficient money to take care of kids, of their family, to take their role as the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? Now our battle is a little more complex. We're more alone, but we're also more connected, if that makes sense. That's the biggest difference to me. And the reason I say we're not as overtly oppressed as times past is because now it's on autopilot. Now we do it to ourselves. We reinforce the things that keep us down and stop us from being able to elevate ourselves. Just a quick example. I was born in a single parent household, or brought up in a single parent household. Just my mom. Now, credit to my mom. She worked her butt off. She would have 2-3 jobs. But what that required me to do, being the oldest, was to help raise my 3 siblings. So starting off real early, like 6 years old early, I had to basically raise kids. I had to assist in raising kids. So I guess didn't really have a childhood, much of one anyway. And I was a particular kid. So I actually did a good job of it. But fast forward, after college, I made a pretty good amount of money and everything like that. But I realized when I look at my situation, I step back and look at it for all it is, like as big of the picture I could look at. I realized I didn't go anywhere. What have I really done? And when I looked at this problem, I realized that my family, which I love, is the biggest ball chained to my ankle. I graduated from college. Athletic ability allowed me to, make okay money, do well for myself, especially being a single male, right? But because I graduated from college, I was doing a lot better than, the rest of my family, pretty much. So I'm always the one that they come to for help. Come to for money, come to when they need this, come to when they need that. And it wasn't a problem. I was like, hey, these people been there for me my whole life, so I help out. But like I said, I was in Florida and Tampa, away from where I'm from, and it really put it in perspective to me that I haven't really done anything. And the reason is I don't know how to say no. Because as black men, we brought up from the time we could walk. If we make it, we got to drag the rest of the family with us. We can't just make it. And what that does is it perpetuates the condition that we have. None of us can make it as far as we could possibly go because we carrying a 3-ton ball and chain. And this is prominent in the black community because it was set up systematically years ago. And like I said, now it's just on autopilot. And I realize, my family, again, which I love, come to me for all this help, come to me for these resources, come for me for this, come for me for that. Who could I go to? All this love I receive from them, who are predominantly female in my family. We have a good number of boys. But now in my generation, we have a good number of boys. But the generation before us, including my mom, was predominantly women. And now it's about 50-50 split in my generation. So there's more women than males. And I mean, kind of forgot where I was going because this is off the dome, but it's just hard to make it when you brought up saying or thinking that you gotta take your family. Other races don't do that. Other races of males can take more risks because if they lose, I can always fall back, go steal my parents, and restack my money and get out here and try again. Black men can't do that. We basically can't lose. And all it takes is one decision that was not optimal for you to lose, for you to stack the deck to hinder you, basically. If you put a baby in one kid, or put a baby in one woman, have one kid, that can be another big block added. If you laid off from your job and you fall into debt, trying to carry your whole family, plus your kid, plus the baby mama, it's hard, if not impossible to do. You have no security. You have no help. It's just you. And when I look at the systems that's in place, the education systems, welfare, all these programs for the have-nots, all of that shit for the women, man. Everything's about what women need. Which, yeah, women have grievances, but shit, nature give us grievances. So I don't care about none of that shit. But no matter the position, man, you on your own. Yes, our situation is systemic, but think of, okay, let's go to the wild. In the wild, you would have to get, you'd have to carve out your own niche. Make housing or area livable for you and those that you care about. You know, if you can't, the women will move on. You know, your kids will die. You know, you have no help. The only help you can have is from other men. But you can't have too many men because then the competition increases. Right? Even with one other man, the competition increases. So, in essence, men, our battle is tougher because we are alone. No matter the situation in this society we live in now, you know, we're alone. Everything is about what women need. You know, no help for men. If you go back to the wild, you know, nature don't give a damn. If you can't make it, you just not gonna make it. If you can't make it, she can't make it. So she's gonna look for somebody that can make it so she can make it. You are on your own. That's the tough truth of life. We're on our own. White or black, you know, brown, pink, green, purple, whatever. We're on our own. As a man. Right, that's my first message. Message number 2, you was built for this shit. You was built to make it alone. Do it always feel good? No. Are you gonna always like it? No. Will you always win? No. But the fact that you can fight, if you are strong enough to choose to do so, that's a hell of a blessing. Get out here and compete, man. Because as a man, we can compete. You know, black man, learn to tell your family no. And get out here and attack the damn world. If your family abandoned you, like mine kind of did, forget it. Because in order to build something, you have to learn how to tell family first no. And get out here and do what you was built to do. And that's to damn compete. That's to get out here and tussle with nature until you lose, until you can't no more. So, that's my message. 1, men, no matter the race, we're alone. Message number 2, you was built for this shit. So get out there and compete. 1.